So I read somewhere that lottery winners often, the first thing that they do after winning the lottery, well, maybe not the first thing that they do, but they often open a restaurant with their lottery winnings. And so there are all these websites out there with tips for lottery winners of what not to do. And one of those things is open a restaurant, because the idea of owning a restaurant is so much more glamorous than the reality in a lot of cases. And I think that one of the reasons that the idea of opening a restaurant is glamorous is because people like that, or they think that when you own a restaurant and you walk in the door, everyone snaps to attention and you can always get the best table and you're always served the best meals and people know who you are and you're a VIP the minute you open or you walk through the door. And that, in large part, is a lot like travel writing. Just as a travel writer, when you walk into a restaurant, you're treated as a VIP. You get the best tables, the chef makes something specifically for you, you're treated as a guest of honor. And so, in a lot of ways, I guess you could say that travel writing is better than winning the lottery, because you get all the positives that you would have gotten had you owned the restaurant with none of the negatives. No stress, no managing budgets, no hiring employees, and no failing restaurant at the end, because the reality is probably more so that the restaurant won't succeed as much as it would. So I think that in a lot of ways, travel writing is even better than owning your own restaurant. I don't know. I think I messed that up, because they won't say that they don't always succeed. I don't know. Is that weird?
No, I mean, I love the story.
Yeah.
I think that travel writing is way better than owning a restaurant.
Oh yeah, big time. And then it's not just one place that you have to eat. So maybe I should go more down that road too.
Yeah, travel writing is way better because not only are you not like
Bogged
doing
down.
the books and dealing with employees and stuff, but you're like actually out traveling and tasting different foods, and you still get that star treatment.
Right, but it's all over the world this time, and not just in one place, in one location.
So we could actually say that travel writing is better than winning the lottery.
Yeah.
Because if you win the lottery, you're most likely to just open a restaurant.
A failed restaurant.
Yeah.
Right. Right. And it is, or maybe, so we could say in some cases that travel writing is as good as winning the lottery, because without any of the downside or something like that.
Yeah.
Okay. Can I do it again?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have to push pause for me?
Yep.
Okay. So I read somewhere that one of the first things that lottery winners do when they win the lottery is that they open a restaurant. And I think this is funny because it's strange, of all the things that you would think people would do with lottery winnings, that they seem to want to open in a restaurant. So when you think about what that is, I think that it must be that they're attracted to the prestige of walking in the door and all of the servers snapping to attention and getting the best table at the restaurant and being treated like a king and cooked for and cared for and, really given the star treatment that comes with owning your own restaurant. But I think that the reality is that it's not that glamorous, and there are all these websites out there that are for lottery winners and tips on what to do when you win the lottery. And they all say, one of the first things is don't open a restaurant. And I think that's because it's obviously a more glamorous idea than it is in reality. And so in some ways, travel writing is even better. It's like winning the lottery because you're treated with that same respect, that same VIP star treatment when you walk in the door. But it's not just one restaurant. It's restaurants all over the world. And you don't have the books to deal with. You don't have the employees to hire or the stress of wondering and working towards a successful business plan. It's one restaurant and one time, as many times as you want, and for as long as you want. I think that the lottery winners, when their restaurant fails, they take personal responsibility for that, and then, but as a travel writer, you're just on to the next on to the next restaurant. So in a lot of ways, I think that travel writing is even more glamorous than winning the lottery. Something like that.
That was great.